You have to zone out, you have to throw out some jabs, and wait for those big opportunities to throw out a punish. And Zig completely understands that mindset.
Props to Nintendo for setting up this character.
Yeah, really enjoy it. But up next, we are going to have 3 High versus, who is this opponent here? We're about to find out. Well, he does play Sheik, and this matchup actually I think is not as bad. It's one of the matchups that's closer to even in favor of Sheik, of course, because Sheik does really well against a lot of other characters, but the ability to keep Diddy in the air and put on a lot of safe pressure with tilts is something that a lot of Diddy's don't know how to handle, and I think that's why Zex did so well, other than the fact that he's just a really smart player.
Yeah. Whew. The combos are real.
Starting off with some pretty good pressure here coming out of Sheik. Laying down a little bit of percent, being very smart about his zoning. I like that a lot. His name is Dyce. I believe he's come to a tournament previously, but I had not seen his Sheik. Very good work so far. Just playing patiently, spacing. He's got to just play a lot more safe when those bananas are out, though. Probably retreat to the higher platform. You do have the percent lead, so just a tip to all these players out there, if you do have a percent lead and Diddy has a banana ready to go, being on the platform is a place where you're going to be relatively safe. The percent's sliding over to 3 High's favor. He's starting to take control of the stage by using that banana there.
Yeah, I also feel like Sheik in this matchup was doing really well when they played it safe and campy, and I feel like they're trying to get too in there, and they're throwing away a lot of percent.
Yeah, it looks like at this point, 3 High still has a lot of control right now. But if Dyce can... Actually, I think what he really needs to do is focusing on his shielding game. When to stay in shield, Diddy actually does really, really poorly against shielding. His only move that he has is grab, just like most other characters. It's not going to put any pressure on you by doing anything other than going up and trying to run up and grab you. But that fear that people have of getting down throw up air is probably keeping Dyce from shielding as much as he should. But he is carrying away with the lead right now.
And there it is.
But the down throw up air.
The fear is warranted. I mean, that move is
it's very, very powerful.
Fair.
Unfair. All right, Dyce, once again, retreating into his game plan, which was to play safe, throw out some projectiles, do whatever your opponent cannot.
I have a question about that. What was it? Forward throw into forward air? Is that a true combo, or is he just getting hit by it every time?
At low percent, it is a true combo. I wanted to see a ledge trump back air there. Oh, and he ends up hitting a fair with the vortex grenade. Dyce is doing extremely well against a player that, as we saw in doubles, is really good. That bouncing fish takes game 1. Dyce doing great right now. Nice work coming out of Dyce, taking game 1, playing the way I think Sheik should be played. He's just racking up damage with tilts, doing some grabs, getting fairs for combos whenever he can, and he just needs to make it so that 3 High can't just run in there and feel comfortable, because as soon as he starts feeling comfortable, that's when the banana comes out, that's when the down throw up airs come out. You got to put on the pressure, and Sheik is very good at that.
This is all without the forward air combos. I don't know if you guys know this, but... What's up?
Nyevkin. All right, we are going to game 2. Dyce versus 3 High. Dyce is 1 game up right now. And trying to tack him some early percent, trying to take a lead here. What I really enjoy right now is Dyce is really like testing 3 High and seeing how he will react to a lot of the moves that he's putting out. He's like, oh, maybe I'll just put in 2 jabs, maybe I'll grab and just do nothing. See how he reacts, see if he goes for an air dodge.
Yeah, I've noticed that a lot of Diddy Kongs can just up air out of a bunch of Sheik's combos that would normally get most other characters. And I feel like Dyce is definitely respecting that.
Dyce is definitely trying to keep his distance here. And 3 high, he's waiting for opportunities, but it's a lot more difficult to wait for opportunities when your opponent has some very, very prominent projectiles like needles and vortex grenade. Good grab there, and doesn't end up landing the fair.
Something I'd like to see out of the Sheik, though, is those forward air to forward air to forward air combos.
Yes. Dyce looks like he's not as aggressive as a Sheik as we saw with Sex. Although he's one of the only Sheiks that we have currently. Very well placed forward smash, and some bad DI out of 3 high is going to result in first stock going over to Dyce. 3 high is definitely going to want to close things out here.
Oh! After the perfect shield, too.
He ends up dropping his shield. And 3 high's bananas. They definitely gave him a good lead right now because it's 39%. With Dyce has been, as we've seen before, he's been really patient and really good at resetting the neutral. Taking the pressure off. He knows when to back up and when to go back to his original game plan.
I think I would have been shaken after that forward smash.
Oh, definitely.
But he seems to be right there.
Oh, nice bouncing fish. I really enjoy his awareness as well. And now, Dyce does have the percent lead. If he can keep playing this very, very good spacing game, that's really what's winning him this match right now, is this amazing spacing.
Yeah.
If he can keep it up and just keep racking up that percent with all of the available projectiles that he has, that bouncing fish will kill it like 110 or 120. Great power shield coming out of 3 high. He does want that banana, but Dyce ends up getting grabbed at the side B. That bouncing fish racking up some more damage. The unfortunate thing, though, is that for Sheik, she can die around 90% from an up air, just like that. Yeah. Being in that 80 range, you cannot get grabbed as Sheik because you'd have to have some really, really good DI to live around 90%.
I think the hard thing in that situation is you know that you have the kill with the right move. You just want to take that stock, and in the end, you end up being a little too aggressive fishing for it. I think we saw Dyce get punished for that.
Well, it's going to go to game 3, and we will see who ends up taking the victory in this set. Both players have been playing fairly well, doing their best to adapt to one another. I feel like for 3 high, he needs to play a bit safer. They actually just need to reverse their styles, learn from each other's styles. Dyce needs to play a little bit more aggressive. A lot of fair combos can lead into bouncing fish, and he's not capitalizing on his throws so much. The 3 high is not being safe enough. Whenever the neutral resets, he ends up losing the neutral a little bit too often. But now, the aggression, the pressure seems to be working.
I'm noticing, I didn't think about it before, but Dyce doesn't have a tag on. One of the easier ways to get that shuffle fair combo going is, you know, to use your C-stick for your fair. But in this game, I don't know, a lot of players are aware of this. If you have your C-stick set to smash in the default, when you are using your C-stick for your aerials, you can't move. You don't have any DI in the air. So it's interesting to me that a Sheik would choose to not switch that to attack or anything else.
That's probably limiting his aerial mobility right now and keeping him from getting some extra percent. And he's going to need it right now because he is at 114 and looks like 3 high's fishing for a kill here. Ooh, that up smash, a little bit risky, but Nair is relatively safe on shield. 3-frame up air. That is going to bring this game into a 2-stock to 1 in favor of 3 high.
3-frame, 5 furious.
Dyce tried to read that roll, but it wasn't working out for him now. Ooh, he's playing unsafe. He's getting outside of his groove, and that's exactly where Diddy wants you. Every single time you get into a position where, hey, maybe I'll go for that extra move. If you don't hit it, Diddy is going to punish you for it pretty hard.
We've seen him play safe. I think he can still bring it back if he just, like, reins it in.
That's true. I think he still does have an opportunity, but it's going to be heavily dependent on if he closes out this stock now or if 3 high just keeps running away with this game.
Yeah, he missed the punish there. That was an easy stock if he had just easily keep his cool a little bit.
Yeah, 161% on 3 high. He should not be living that long. And now, Dyce is in a very, very dangerous position because if an up throw up air comes out of Diddy, that will kill with all the additional rage at 180 and counting. That fair ended up finishing off the stock.
Yeah, I don't think this is an unwinnable situation here. I mean, especially with the rage mechanic, comebacks are so easy.
Okay, we're seeing some fairs.
That's what I was talking about.
Bouncing fish follow-up. You really need to capitalize on Diddy off stage because that would have been an opportunity. But hopefully for Dyce, if he just waits it out, only puts out some safe moves, he'll have an opportunity. 120%, any one of Diddy's kill moves will kill, even on this stage, which is relatively medium in size. The bouncing fish follow-ups, he keeps missing them.
I think he's afraid. But he trumps Diddy off stage. I wouldn't be afraid if I were him.
Oh! 3 high ends up getting an SD.
What I don't think a lot of you guys know is if you take that Diddy Kong up B at anything harder than a 45-degree angle, you run the serious risk of bouncing off, even if you do it perfect.
That is very dangerous, and as we saw, that could lose you a set. Dyce ends up taking that game with a very unfortunate SD, but 3 high definitely, he knows that he still has the skill to have beaten Dyce, which means he has the skill to get through losers.
Yeah. Oh, and that's me. So
all right, Master Control is going to be going on to his next match. If you could grab Ian for me, thank you very much.